Hi. Tinker. Hi. Hello, this is My Cozy Retirement, and I'm Tanya, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me today. I thought we would enter into spring thinking about ways to save money. It's getting more and more difficult out there right now to try and make the bills and save the money with all the price hikes right now. So I thought it would be good maybe for me to share some of the ways I try and save money. And if you have more, which I'm sure many people have more, you could maybe put them in the comments, and that would help all of our community to think about ways that they may be able to also save money. So spring is coming. I'm very happy about that. I have to admit, I love fall, but winter this year has been very weird here in Ontario. We haven't had a lot of snow, so there wasn't a lot of cross-country skiing or snowshoeing or tobogganing, any of that. It was very difficult because it would snow really hard, and you'd have to be out within a day or two, so you'd need to have that time, or it would be gone. So it was kind of a little bit of a crazy winter this year. A little worried about our environment, to tell the truth. We've had some warm days, we've had some snowy days. In fact, earlier today, it was hailing and snowing. And now it's just dreary, very dreary and cold and windy. I am looking forward to spring, seeing all the new flowers and the trees get their leaves back, and oh, it will be nice. It will be very nice. I plan on enjoying spring so much. I may do a video on some of the things that I'm hoping to accomplish during springtime. Maybe some books that I would like to read, maybe some crafts that I would like to do. I know lots of people garden. I don't love gardening, but my husband does gardening, so we could see what he's going to do. So today, we're going to talk about how I try to save some money, and in the process, try and help our environment. I do have my tea, of course. It is apple and cinnamon tea. And I took some cream and did the foaming thing, and I put some vanilla in it. So nice. For tea, it's lovely. Oh, and it's warm, which is good because it's not very warm here right now. So that is my tea. Hopefully you can get a nice cozy cup of tea, and we'll just chat about ways to lower our costs and save some money for other things that are way more important, like thrifting. There we go. I'm going to be checking my book because otherwise I will lose track and maybe say things twice or miss things. So it just seems to be a better way to do it. So one of the things I have down is in Ontario anyway, and I don't know how this is even all over Canada, to tell the truth. I don't know what other provinces do. In Ontario, we have certain times a day where it's less expensive to use the hydro. And the cheapest time to use hydro is after 7 p.m. at night, before I think it's 6 a.m. in the morning, and weekends, so Saturday, Sunday. So what I try and do is make sure that I do all those things that would cost more with hydro, such as washing and drying clothes, especially when I can't hang them out because it's not summer yet. Turning on the dishwasher, we make sure it's after 7 p.m. at night if it needs to go on. And even using the oven, because those are the really expensive appliances in your home. So we really try hard to not use those until after 7 p.m. or on the weekends. Not so much before 6 a.m. because I'm not always up before 6 a.m. to do those chores. That's one way that we save, and my hydro bill has been pretty darn good, actually. Our hydro is our hydro and our heat because we have geothermal heating. The only thing that uses is the hydro to pump it through the house. So actually our hydro bills are pretty good, but much better when we make sure that we're not using the expensive appliances before the cheaper time of day. The other thing we do, and I had it later in my list, I think, is that we keep our heat low. very quite low. Ask our adult kids that come home. So we do turn it up a little bit for when we have company, a little bit. But the rest of the time, usually our heat is at, well, at night it's at 12 degrees Celsius. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. And in the daytime, it would be anywhere from 14 degrees Celsius to 16 degrees Celsius. And sometimes when it's cheap time on the weekends, I'll sneak it up to 17 degrees Celsius. So none of that is very warm. I think probably it's up in the 60s for Fahrenheit, but not at night. Anyway, so we do try to, if we're going to turn it up, it's mostly on the weekend because there's not much use in turning it up after 7 in the evening because we like it cold to sleep. But weekends, we will turn it up a little bit, or if we have company, just to be nice. But normally I'm dressed quite warm and then I'll get very warm. So I would have a top like this on. It's the weekend, so it's a little higher right now. But I would have a warm top on with another top underneath and, you know, pants with sometimes some leggings underneath pants, that kind of thing. Slippers. I have slippers. So always slippers. Yeah, and I just dress warm. And if I'm sitting down, and that's when you quite often will get cooler, right? Because you're sitting. I have blankets everywhere in my house. So I will have a blanket on while I'm reading or while I'm crocheting. Yeah, you just accommodate to what you need to so that you can save money. I like to try and make sure of less laundry. Now, we don't have children at home anymore, so that's helpful as far as less laundry. There's 2 of us. But you can still end up having quite a bit of laundry. And so what I do is we will wear our clothes more than once if they haven't been soiled or dirty in any way. And that's better for your clothes as well because they're not going to, you know, deteriorate from washing and drying so often. Myself, I use 1 towel. And it's a big, beautiful wraparound bath towel. But I will use it a few times before I wash it because, again, I will shower. I'm clean when I get out of the shower. I dry off with the towel. I hang it up to dry. We have hooks in our bathroom. And then it's dry for me for the next time I go in. I probably wash the towel about once every 2 weeks because I've probably used it 8 to 10 times in that time. And hand towels, I will change those towels once a week on the weekend when I do my washing. And yeah, they're not dirty because, again, you go in, you wash your hands, they're clean when you go to the towel. I hope that's why we're washing our hands. And you dry your hands and your towel's fine. If it looks like it's soiled, then of course I clean it in between. But basically I will change hand towels once a week just so we have clean, fresh for the next week. Or if we have a lot of company that's used the towel, or if we have company coming that's going to use the towel. So less hydro, less detergent, less wear and tear on the materials. When cooking or baking, wear an apron, and the apron again can be washed once a week. Another way to help save some money is, and your hair actually, is not to wash your hair every day. This is different for everyone, depends on your hair type. Someone with oily hair probably needs to wash it more often. Mine is not. It gets quite dry actually. And if I wash it too often, it even gets drier. So what I've done is I've just tried to buy a really good shampoo, a really good cream rinse. Might cost me a little bit more at the time, but I wash my hair no more than twice a week, and that uses less of the shampoo and less of the cream rinse, so it lasts a lot longer, a very lot longer. And that works for me because my hair feels much better when I have not washed it every day. Also, making your own cleaning supplies as much as you are able or have knowledge about is a great idea. I make most of my cleaning supplies and I use either vinegar and water or baking soda and water, or at times I will do vinegar, water, and a bit of dish soap, and that cleans everything basically that I need to clean in the home. It's better for the environment and it's better for my pocketbook. And it's so easy. So easy. I also don't buy any type of cleaning cloths. Microfiber is really, really bad for our environment, so I refuse to buy that. And I have old clothes, I have old towels, I have old dishcloths that are no longer good for that use, but you cut them up and they're perfect for rags. Another way to save is to find low cost or no cost activities. I had a previous video that talked about low cost, no cost activities. I'll just review a few of those right now. I will thrift books. I've also went to free little libraries, so when I've read the book, I can take the book and exchange it for another one that I will enjoy. And of course, the actual library is a wonderful place to go. It can be fun to do, especially in the winter, is putting a puzzle together. So puzzles, again, our library has them that you can go and borrow a puzzle. I didn't know that until recently, but I think that's really cool. You can swap puzzles with friends or family members. And then, of course, there's always thrifting for puzzles as well. Another activity that is free and enjoyable is to just go for a walk in nature, go for a hike. And we have a lot of hiking trails around the area that I'm at. Hiking or walking is another great activity. So the other activity could be a movie night at home, and I've been able to crochet and watch a movie. So yesterday I watched a really good movie actually, and crocheted while I watched it. So just grab a drink of your choice and grab some snacks and have a comfy, cozy place to sit with a blanket and enjoy a good movie. I can be quite comfortable at home watching a movie and just enjoying it and being able to pause it as I need to. I like to change things around and have things, kind of redecorated every once in a while, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. So quite often, and I've had this in previous videos as well, I will shop my home. One of the videos I have was my bedroom, and so that was redone by 1, shopping my home, and 2, thrifting. And I was able to redo my whole bedroom. That was a lot of fun, and I'm still enjoying my bedroom lots. Yeah, so I like to shop my home, just reorganize so it looks a little bit different decorated wise, and then I enjoy it. Again, it's kind of like having a new space. So the other thing is gifts. The way I save money, and I've talked about this also in a previous video, I talked about thrifted Christmas gifts. It's not just Christmas, it'll be birthday as well. If I can thrift a gift that I think somebody will love, then I will do that, because why not? Usually it's something new. I often find new clothes or new crafts or whatever, new books in the thrift stores. I will buy it if I know somebody will love it. The other option is to make a gift. There's lots of ways to make gifts and make it very personal for the person that you're giving it to. So thrifting gifts or homemade gifts, whatever that may be, whether it's cooking, baking, crocheting, painting, whatever, is a nice way to not only save money, but to give something that's very personal to the person that you're buying for. So I thought I'd also tell you about the things I do not buy, and I haven't bought for years. These are some of those things. I do not buy dryer sheets. If you're careful and you don't over dry your clothes, they don't tend to have static anyway. So I try not to over dry the clothes, and like spring, once it gets nice out, and summer, I hang my clothes outside to dry, which is more savings, right? So I really don't buy many cleaners anymore. Shaving cream. I do not buy shaving cream. I did, and I don't know if you women have noticed, but they seem to cost more and get smaller shaving cream bottles for women than they do for men. So even when I did buy shaving cream, I would buy just the men's. I would buy the men's because you got a bigger bottle for a lesser price. But I don't buy shaving cream anymore because I realize I can use the soap that I have. So I lather with soap and I shave my legs, and anywhere that needs to be shaved is done with soap. Napkins, paper towels, Kleenex. I don't buy any of those. Napkins, I have reusable napkins. The odd time for a grandchild, if I'm having a birthday get together or something, I may buy some special paper napkins, but that's very rare. And Kleenex I don't buy. If we really need to blow our nose, we can use toilet paper. Handkerchiefs, the old-fashioned way, works well. And paper towels, as I said earlier, I don't buy paper towels. I don't buy throw pillows anymore. I just buy the covers because it's so much easier and they don't take up a lot of space. So I am loving that much more than buying throw pillows and having to put throw pillows away and take up so much room. Bottled water is something that I refuse to buy. Horrible for our environment. So much plastic that has to be done something with. I have my water bottles and I carry my water bottle around all day and then I wash it for the next day. I no longer buy new clothes other than underclothing. Buy thrifted, save my money, save the environment, and not force people to work in not good conditions at times to make some of that clothing. New decor. I do not buy new decor really anymore. I find way too much that I love at the thrift store, so I don't buy new decor. Magazines is not something I buy, not something I have a subscription for, and that is another thing. I don't like to subscribe. So if I'm going to subscribe to something like Disney Plus, then I won't have Netflix at the time. I don't need to. I find there's a lot to watch on either or. So I will have one subscription. We don't have cable, so I will have one subscription, and right now it's Netflix. Very rarely will buy coffee when I go out. Very rarely. The only time that happens is if I happen to be getting together with a friend in town and we decide to splurge and get a coffee and go for a walk or whatever. But it's very, very rare. Coffee and tea, I make at home, and I try and make it a bit special so that it's even better. And I very rarely eat out, maybe once every couple of months with a friend. We might go out to have lunch or something, but it's a pretty rare occasion. I just want to thank you for joining me today, and I really hope that some of these ideas hit home for you, maybe some new ideas that you'll be able to try. If you have any ideas that would help people to lower costs, save some money, please put it below, because I would love to hear it myself, and I'm sure there's others that would love to hear it. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. I am so enjoying getting to know the community of people, and everybody has been so nice. The comments have been so nice. Thank you. And if you haven't already, it would help my channel so much if you could like and subscribe. And I hope to gain a really big community to talk about all the things retirement, all the things cozy. Just have a conversation and enjoy sharing our information with one another. It's been fun for me so far. Thank you again. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.